please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I didn't realize that it wasn't on earlier, so.
They just had to reset it. So.
Just finished the pledge. We've called the meeting to order at 6 p.m. And when you have a moment, Ricky, we will begin the roll call.
Mike Cashin.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Martin Mannix.
Yes.
Meg Woodfave.
Here.
Barb Hebert.
Present.
James Poppy.
Here.
Rick Collins.
All right. We're going to go into Resolution 17-116, approved minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of April 13th and April 20th, 2017 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Mannix.
Yes.
Meg Woodfave.
Yes.
Barb Hebert.
Yes.
Mike Cashin.
Yes, resolution does carry. At this point of the meeting, we'll go into public comment. Is there anything for the public comment? I know we have some other guests here tonight. I want to make sure that we offer them the opportunity. Seeing nothing for public comment, I will at this point remind folks that in a couple of weeks on May 25th, a Thursday, at 6 p.m., instead of having a traditional board meeting, we will be over at the Cumberland Head Fire Station and encourage the public to attend so we can have a dialogue. So, all right. Moving forward into Resolution 17-117, the abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 5A-17, 723 to 796 for $154,330.16. An abstract 5A-17, 133 to 150 prepays in the amount of $423,915.01. Be received as reviewed by the audit committee. The supervisors hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion? Lefebvre, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, is there any discussion?
Just want to introduce a comment. When reviewing the vouchers, I noticed it's nice that our new auditors, I got to say it carefully, EFRP from New York, started preliminary work like in late March. So I think that's great in terms of timeline. To help us in a good position with our audit.
Anything else? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood.
Yes.
Martin Mannix.
Yes.
Meg Woodfave.
Yes.
Barb Hebert.
Yes.
Mike Cashin.
Yes, resolution does carry. We do have a couple other guests here this evening. I just want to make sure that people know that we had an opportunity for public comment. Was there anything from the group that just came in for public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll continue. Resolution 17-118, junkyard license for 55 Hammond Lane, non-compliance.
Whereas the town clerk has received a renewal application and fees for a junkyard license business from Randy Palmer at 55 Hammond Lane. Whereas Steve Limehoff, code enforcement officer, has completed inspection of the junkyard and the applicant is not in compliance with local law number 6 of 1984. It is a violation of section 8 of the town law. Now therefore be resolved that the code enforcement officer of the town of Plattsburgh will revisit and inspect the property if the applicant is in compliance with the violations of the code law, and code enforcement officer will then issue a letter to the town board with his findings. It be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the budget officer, town clerk, and codes department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert,
Second.
is there a second? Lefebvre, any discussion?
Yes, I don't believe that we should pass this. I don't think that we should force our code enforcement officer to revisit and inspect a property that's already failed in compliance. It's a responsibility of the person that runs that junkyard to come to him and say, I've got it fixed, it's in compliance, and then our code enforcement officer can go back. But I don't believe that we should be saying that he has to revisit and inspect the property unless the applicant comes in and says it's back in condition.
I have to comment. I happen to have made a tour of this and two other pieces of property that were up for licenses. And this one I was quite upset by the condition of the piece of property and came back with the intention of talking to Steve about the property. And in the course of going through my preliminary minutes of the meeting, I saw this and realized I didn't need to. But it is in, I would say, considerable disarray. And it's a piece of property that is very visible to people from the road. And that makes it worse. I mean, it would be bad enough if what I, saw existed behind a fence, but it's quite visible as you drive by. And I just think, it is a piece of property which unfortunately, I think Steve will end up having to visit that piece of property for purposes of seeking compliance, or we will end up having to seek legal redress to get the property cleaned up.
Well, I think that's where it should go. I don't think we should be saying he has to go and revisit this when we know it's out of compliance. If he's issued the order already to put that in compliance, they have a certain amount of time to do it, and that should be it.
Okay, any other comment? Any other comment?
Tom, to the best of your knowledge, has this happened before with this piece of property?
Not this.
Okay, I didn't think so.
They've had in between times that they get it, they've had their stuff out there. That's happened. I've seen the things out there that shouldn't have been out there. I mean, you can have a couple of cars that are running, but there was more than that, and they weren't running in between these times when they come for this. But now they're not. They're just flaunting it entirely. As far as I'm concerned, we should be enforcing it, and not telling our code enforcement officer just to go back to inspect the property again.
At this point, any other comments? Seeing none, roll
I'll
call.
move that we table.
I've already called the roll.
Okay, Thomas Wood,
No.
Mark Mannix,
Yes, yes.
Meg LaFave.
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
I just
Barb
wish
Hebert?
to put on the record that the no vote is not because I don't think they're in compliance. I don't think they are in compliance. No vote is because of the way the resolution is worded.
Right. Barb Hebert
No, the same remark that came from Tom.
and Mike Cashman.
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution 17-119, junkyard license renewal for 28 Flanagan Drive.
Whereas the town clerk has received an application and fee for a licensed to operate a junkyard business at 28 Flanagan Drive. And whereas Steve Weimhoff, code enforcement officer, has completed an inspection of the junkyard and the applicant is in compliance. Now therefore be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby receive and place on file said application and authorize the town clerk to issue a junkyard license to the aforementioned applicant in compliance with a letter issued by Steve Weimhoff, code enforcement officer of the town of Plattsburgh. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, town clerk, and the codes department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood. LaFave. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Mannix?
Yes.
Meg LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Hebert?
Yes.
Mike Cashman?
Yes, resolution does carry. Resolution 17-120, junkyard license renewal for 225 River Street.
Whereas the town clerk has received an application and fees for a license to operate a junkyard business at 225 Ruger Street. And whereas Steve Weimhoff, code enforcement officer, has completed an inspection of said junkyard and the applicant is in compliance. Now therefore be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby resolve and place on file the said applicant and authorize the town clerk to issue a junkyard license to the aforementioned applicant in compliance with a letter issued by Steve Weimhoff, code enforcement officer of the town of Plattsburgh. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, town clerk, and codes department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Mannix?
Yes.
Meg LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Hebert?
Yes.
Mike Cash?
Yes, resolution does carry. Resolution 17-121, junkyard license renewal for 271 River Street.
Whereas the town clerk has received an application and fees for a license to operate a junkyard business at 271 Ruger Street. And whereas Steve Limehoff, code enforcement officer, has completed an inspection of said junkyard and the applicant is in compliance. Now therefore be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby receive and place on file said application and authorize the town clerk to issue a junkyard license to the aforementioned applicant in compliance with a letter issued by Steve Limehoff, code enforcement officer of the town of Plattsburgh. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, town clerk, and the codes department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Mannix?
Yes.
Meg LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Hebert?
Yes.
Mike Cash?
Yes, resolution does carry. Resolution 17-122, request to attend NYMER seminar.
Whereas it is in the best interest of the Recreation and Youth Services Director to be updated and knowledgeable about regulations regarding playground equipment and related playground programs. Now therefore be resolved that Melanie Defiant, Recreation and Youth Director, be allowed to attend NYMER seminar held on May 17, 2017 at Schoharie County Building in Schoharie. And it be further resolved that $124 for meals and lodging be charged to the Park and Recreation Department budget account. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and Ms. Defiant.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion?
Do we know if she'll be using a town vehicle or driving her own vehicle?
It was my understanding that she was taking her own vehicle because she has not indicated any mileage as such. So I don't know if she was planning on seeing a friend while she was en route or down that way.
She's checked for small vehicles, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Any further discussion? Seeing none.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Mannix?
Yes.
Meg LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Hebert?
Yes.
Mike Cash?
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 17-123, request to attend town finance school.
Whereas in the best interest of the accounting department to be updated and knowledgeable about new regulations regarding municipal funds and local government accountability programs. Now therefore be resolved that Nikki Martin, the senior account clerk typist, be allowed to attend the state finance seminar to be held on May 11th through the 12th, 2017 in Saratoga Springs, New York. And it be further resolved that $399 for meals and lodging and registration be charged to the accounting department budget. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and one to Ms. Martin.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood,
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Martin Mannix?
Yes.
Meg LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Hebert?
Yes.
Mike Cash?
Yes, resolution does carry. Resolution 17-124, the resignation of Robert Fuller as a member of the SRTG and Safe Street Committees.
Resolved effective immediately a letter of resignation from Robert Fuller as a committee member of the Town of Plattsburgh SRTG and Safety Streets Board. And it be further resolved the supervisor on behalf of the town board send a letter of appreciation thanking Mr. Fuller for his past service to the town and wishing him well on his future endeavors. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to Trevor Cole, Planning Department Head.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix, LaFave, any discussion?
Yes, I hate to have to vote for this because he's done such a fantastic job with our Complete Streets committees and with the Saranac River Trail representing the town. He's done a lot of work and really has brought it to the fore. And I can't think of a person that could have done a better job on that, the way he put the time and effort into it.
Anyone else? I'd echo very similar sentiments, and as I said last week when we were noticed by Mr. Fuller of his resignation, that the way that I've been doing is trying to reach out to people that have been on boards or in positions to make some similar recommendations, and hopefully by the work session next week that there may be a name before you for consideration for the replacement on this group. So just a heads up on that. Without further ado, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes, reluctantly?
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert.
Yes.
Mike Cash.
Yes, resolution does carry. At this point, is there a motion to go into executive session?
I make a motion that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the work histories of 4 individuals.
Going to executive session for work history of 4 individuals. Mr. Mannix makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Hebert, the time of the motion, 6:15. Ricky, can I have a roll call, please?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert.
Yes.
Mike Cash.
Yes, we will go into executive session. I don't plan on any actions, but I do plan on a lengthy conversation potentially, so.